Boom, boom. This is Ken. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. I got a bit Soul Land reloaded up today. So we got a few things to cover, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so I'm moving in on 30 million, as you can see right here. So we got a couple things that came up. Now, these actually popped up yesterday, so we'll go over them briefly here. So they have the login event here. You definitely want to claim it. Super Monday, this came up today. You completed it over the weekend, but it got 844. I got 300 something last week, so 844 is very nice. They have an Awakening Chest event. Remember when I said never to open 10 of your Awakening chests? Don't do it. Just do the free daily and save up those Awakening chest 10 packs, so that you could use them for these events. They have these events intermittently here. So I was able to open up 5 of them, and in essence I got 10 more blue silver. And if I'd have had a little bit more, and I might actually purchase them, be able to get some integral points. So you definitely want to hoard those 10 packs for that. Time limited sale. They did have the sale, which I always tell you to keep diamonds on stack, and the reason why this. So we're going to go ahead and do this today. I'm going to go ahead and choose two I chose, and we're going to go ahead and do it. It'll probably take me to 30 once I equip the weapon and awaken it on the next character I'm going to awaken it on. So we'll do that afterwards. Divine Tool sale, Awaken Exchange. This is these. Unfortunately, you can get the weapon for Dutching out of this. You get some really nice stuff. Unfortunately, you really can't get these without purchasing money. The most you can actually come up with is like 12. So not really an option for us. Then they got a bunch of sales here and a bunch of packs if you want to get that. Time limited packs, weekly gift bags. Now this is something that you definitely want to partake in, simply because you can get all kinds of really good stuff based on your VIP level. Is how far the gift bag go up. So I'll be able to get the soul bone, the spirit soul, and the extended bone, which is up right now. But again, you got to make sure you have diamonds. I'm telling you guys, make sure you keep diamonds in stock. Don't let it get down too low. If you do, whenever they throw out these surprise events where they have these, as you can see, this is a huge rebate, and all this stuff is very useful. So it's definitely something you want to go for. And of course, the rebates. I'm not sure. Somebody said this is based on VIP, but I don't think it is. I think it's just based on this. They just give you this, over the 6-day period. They just make it so that you can get the first like 3 or 4 for for diamonds, and then the rest of them you have to pay for. So I'm not really sure, but that's what I heard. I have to click out that right there. I don't have time to do that in the middle of the video. And then this right here is the daily login event. You want to make sure you do this. So you can get 4, 8, 12, and I think you can purchase another 4 in the shop. So my mistake. I think 16 is the max you can get, but you need 50. So it is what it is. So that's the events up right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this weapon. So it's in a chest. So, well, first let's take a look at the Soul Masters. Now, I originally was going to take everyone's advice and go up, and I was going to go ahead and do Oscar. And then they turned right around and threw out the best healer in the game, SS version. She is, everybody I've talked to, 100%, she is the best healer. Blue, Silver, Empress, IN, SS version. Much better than Oscar. Unfortunately, you have to take into account obtainability. Oscar I can get. IN, I haven't seen anything for her. She was introduced shortly after the One-Armed Bandit. So I'm not exactly sure, if there's an event ever going to come up for her. But she has insane healing. If you've watched some of the videos, and it's just ridiculous how much she heals. Don't get me wrong, Oscar's not bad. Oscar's a very good healer, actually. So I'm going to hold off getting him at the moment, but I will most likely end up getting him. I want to see if they have anything coming out for her. I got nothing on her whatsoever. I I didn't even know she came out. When I saw the ad pop up, I thought it was a costume for SS or S version Ayin is what I thought it was. I didn't really pay. I should have paid more attention. But she's only been able to be purchased. You can't actually. Um, there hasn't been an event for her yet. They've had events for Tank Santa. They've had events for Jinx. So I'm assuming that they're going to have an event for her. So that's why I'm holding off a few weeks. If in a few weeks I haven't been able to discertain that there's going to be anything coming up for Ayin, I'll go ahead and purchase Oscar. Okay, don't get me wrong. Oscar's an excellent healer. He's just not. Ayin's just off the scale in terms of what she offers. So we're going to have to go ahead and hold off at the moment. I'm not too happy about that because I want to get my account up, growing. I'm only at 30 million. I could probably be closer to 34, 33 if I actually went in on Oscar, an SS character. But I just want to make sure I don't end up, because the problem is I can't have two of them. If I get Oscar and start building up Oscar, then Ayin comes along. I'm not going to have any mats for Ayin. So that's the problem. Otherwise, I would be snatching up Oscar, without hesitation, because he does heal good and he does offer a little bit of support. But Ayin has more support and much more healing. So we're just going to hold off a few weeks on that. So thanks for the advice, and I'm going to take it as long as Ayin is not obtainable. But I'm hoping they'll have an event first, since they've had events for the other two. All right, so let's take a look at. So the chest is obviously for an S character. It's not for an SS character. So the choice is pretty obvious at this point. All of my main team have their awakening item. Okay, so the choice is for this is continue to progress along the way I was optioned, and that is go ahead and get Ayin's weapon for Ayin, so we can now awaken her, which should give us a large boost. I'm hoping this will take me up to this will take me up to about 30 million. So right here's Ayin. Ayin's an excellent character. She's excellent healing. I bring her off of support primarily because of the fact that she pops off a support. She does a heal and she boosts your attack. So it's an excellent skill there. You're starting to take a little bit of damage. She procs, throws out a heal, which usually heals everybody close to back to full, and then she buffs your attack. So that makes her extremely powerful, and it allows me to keep Ren in the fight, who is just an excellent tank. We're going to have to make some decisions here about the team. Somebody, once I put a healer in, somebody's going to have to go. So, I really don't want. BB will probably be the last to go. I'll probably go ahead and do Ren before that. I'm not sure how well I'll react without a tank, but we'll have to see. Simply because of the fact that BB Dong does a ton of damage. So, and she's an S, so she's easily obtainable to max. Okay, that's the reason I'm focusing on her. I've probably taken the other S characters as far as they're going to go. I'm thinking Moon is as far as I'll go with the S character. I don't see the need to start progressing into the next level. In case you're wondering what that was, if you've never looked, we'll use BB. She's now maxed out at Moon. Next option to upgrade her will take her to Sun. Okay, so this is the next elevation. So you go 5-star, 5 Moon, and I assume they'll go 5 Sun. So, but I'm probably not going to take her any farther than this simply because she's an S character. It would not surprise me if they come out with an SSBB sometime shortly. So, at the moment, she's the most powerful S character I think in the game at this point. I don't think there's anybody more capable. I mean, Chen might do a little bit more damage, but to a single target, but she does more damage and she has some support and stuff that she handles out. And once you get her awakened, where she's got the little purple spiders zooming off of you and zooming into the team and exploding, it's just ridiculous. Excellent crowd control. So yeah, she's definitely you sort of seem that way. In terms of the elevation that they have, the chest obtains, BB Dong and Aryan are on a different level than the other S characters, and there's a few others who go wrong, and so they're good too. Don't get me wrong, but I just think that in terms of what we're looking for, BB Dong is probably the best. Most of the tier lists, I don't really take too much stock in tier lists because I believe the tier lists are very difficult to get because they're situational. Yeah, somebody might be better in PvP than in PvE, but that same thing that might be 1 and 2 in PvE might be reversed based on whether you're going up against a physical attack or a magical attack team. So there's just too many, too many peripheral instances where tier lists aren't exceedingly accurate, but they're close. Most of them were putting BB Dong and Aryan at the top, and I think that's the case. So let's go ahead and take a look at that, and let's go ahead and equip this into Aryan, and let's go ahead and awaken it and see if it brings us up to 30 million. All right, so Aryan. Okay. Go into her weapon here and go into awakening. Click on it, and there we go, as you can see. And we'll go ahead and do the second awakening on it. And no, didn't quite take me up to 30. I'm really close. So we do have this set now. Next time you have to get 2. But again, it is what it is. So I got several people DMing asking me about what I'm going to do in terms of my next purchase. My next purchase, if I was going to go, who I was going to go for, these are the chests that you want to hold off on too. I do have another awaken, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one here. Okay. Always make sure you do the pool 10s and make sure, like I say, that you do it during the events so you get the rewards. So as you can see, we've got weapons here. I'm probably going to go with Sword Deo Chin's awakened weapon. Last one I used, I purchased Tang San, so I'm going to go ahead and do Deo's this one, Chin's this one, simply because of the fact that Chen is awesome. I've tried putting him in the team and putting him on the support, and he just does wonders once you put him on the team. Since he does so much damage, it's ridiculous. So he's definitely more powerful, will be more powerful than Dai in a comparative head-to-head bout, which is not surprising. Dai's the free character, okay. Very seldom does the game actually give you the most powerful character that they have on tap free of charge. He's a good character, and he's not going out of my team anytime soon. But Dao's just got more in terms of upside than he does. So I'll be going to that pretty soon. I'm close to being able to do it now. I could dissolve a few things and probably get really close to 4,500. But you can dissolve this regenerate. You guys should be using this frequently. You get all the stuff back. Okay, you don't have to worry about trying to mix and match things and try things, because you can get a lot of the materials back when you do the regeneration. Don't dissolve is different. Dissolve, whatever you dissolve goes bye bye. So just remember that. But there's ways to get stuff. You can get you can get all your coins back. There's all kinds of stuff that you can get, and you dissolve awakening right here. These are the actual. So I could dissolve this. This is using, and you can dissolve the awakening. See, I could dissolve that, dissolve these 3, and as you can see, I'm close to 2,500. I'm only 500 away. Unfortunately, there's a very good possibility that I might end up doing this simply because these are, but these are awakening items for the necklace and whatnot. I tend to actually do that in the future, so I'm not holding. Unfortunately, they're A+A, so I might just get rid of them since I'm not focusing on A and A+ characters. If I get any more of them to get me to the point where I'm 25, then I'll have to make the decision. But I believe they can only be used in terms awakening. I've already awakening, rings and whatnot is something that's definitely next level, something that I'm looking like. But you see, uh, it requires the special type. You see, um, so the ones that I got are for A pluses and A's. I'm not going to be. I have no plans whatsoever to awaken necklaces and rings on A plus. I'm not even using A plus and A characters anywhere in my team. So dissolving those will be something feasible to get me the weapon. So I'll probably end up doing that. Okay, I'm just holding off to see if they make any certain changes. But once I get enough to do it, I'll probably end up doing it. Okay, I don't have any plans to use that stuff. Now I will be saving the S ones, of course, and I will be using those on the rings for my S characters. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, so if I get one more of those, where do you get those at? The easiest way to obtain those is in the awakening chests. Right here they are. Okay, so this is what you use to awaken your rings. Okay, so that's where we're at in terms of that. And as I said before in this, please don't open these up. You get one free. Open your one free, but don't touch these until you get a 10. And even then, it's best to just hold off until you can actually get the event to come up. So one thing you can think about is synthesize. This will allow you to use those shards that you would have for the A's and the A pluses, and you can take them and roll them into making a shard for you can fuse a higher awakening for them. Okay, so if you're planning on doing synthesizing and stuff on your rings and name it, you understand that if you use the dissolve to get the exchange points like I'm talking about, they're gone bye-byes. You're not getting those back. Okay, so just remember that. So depending on where you're at, like if you're not planning on getting any type of, don't need any type of weapon in here because you've already managed to do it, then you probably should start focusing on fusing those together to get ones. You don't get them very often. They're extremely rare, almost even more rare than a deep sea silver that you use for awakening things. But you can get the deep sea silver. They have events and stuff for that. So make sure that you definitely do that. Make sure you do this login too, because this is really good stuff. Okay, and remember about like I say, 16 is the max that you can do with this. I'll probably just end up purchasing some of the points for that. I don't see anything else for that matter. And I might go ahead and throw in some diamonds, as I've got a little bit thing, and go ahead and purchase some so I can open up some awakening chests a couple times to go ahead and get this. It's something I'm considering doing. We'll just have to see. Also remember that the bread packet drop is I had an excellent one this morning. I banged 1693 in one day. In one day this morning. I might actually be registered as #1 tomorrow. We'll have to see. It's going to be close, but 1693 is pretty darn good. I've not seen. I think I've seen somebody actually nabbed 2000 once, but generally it's around 12 and 13 is usually what ends up getting placed in here. So 1693, I might get lucky. I'm getting better at it. Let's see, but that's when the bags just drop. I found out that I can do it better on BlueStacks than I can on my actual phone. I've tried it on both, on my phone, my tablet, but I actually do better with this, hitting it with the mouse, which is unusual. I usually do better with the tablet, especially in any games that are requiring such as Zookwing's secret note event there, where you have to go one side or the other. That's virtually impossible on the BlueStacks. You can't do it. You have to move all the way across the screen. It's just not fast enough. So I have to do my tablet to do that, to get the SS or an S, which is what I go for, so I can get that. All right, so that's where we're at. All right, so that's everything that I got, guys. I just wanted to go ahead and touch on that. Let you know that that is check your chest. It's in there. It's under time limited events. You'll find it at the time limited sale, and at the very well, it'll be at the top for you. but since I already purchased it, it's at the bottom. But yeah, this is for an S character again. But hey, it's choice. Stupid not to purchase it. So it is choice. So go for it. But yeah, other than that, everything else seems to be pretty much stable. We'll just have to wait and see what they come out with. But yeah, so I'm tentatively going to be holding off on Oscar. But Oscar is, if nothing, I've been trying to get leaks and stuff there, but to see how Ayin, if they're going to do anything with her, because she is the best healer in the game by a heavy margin. So I want to get her, but understandably they might make her the first pay character that's in the game, strictly pay, which is unusual. I thought that they would probably do that. My assumption was that they were not going to release Tang San first. My assumption was they were going to release a bunch of piddly characters, and then throw out a Tan San and make Tan San SSB a paid character. They didn't. I'm grateful that they didn't. They brought out Tang San first, then it came out with Chen. Again, Chen's excellent character. The highest damage dealer in the game at this point. But of course, that's debatable based on SS Zoo, but SS Zoo is really single target backline, just in terms of unmitigated damage and also some support. I think SS Chen is better in that regards, and he's made a big difference in my team. I generally can beat 2 million. Like anybody I beat 30 this morning, 30 million inside of the Grandmaster match here. So he's made a difference in the team. So which is why I've started to focus on him heavily, and I'll be bringing him up, and he will be a mainstay of the team. Probably going to take out Ren and see if this works. Will I die faster? Will I be able to last longer? Because Ren's my tank, and he just doesn't work good as a tank. Okay, but again, Chen is range, so that's going to put everything onto him, and unfortunately, he just doesn't last long. It is what it is, but that's when you get into the team. Maybe what I might have to do is, and this is what I'm leaning towards, is putting Chen in place of Ren. So I'll move Chen and then put Oscar, or I'm hoping Yin healer in place of BB Dong, and that will be the team that I'll be running. And then for PvP, of course, you'll take out probably Die and put SS Zoo in place of that. Okay, or something I'm leaning towards, but I need to test the Chen operation first, is maybe just go ahead and go for Mr. Tank. He's very good from what I hear. He's got good ratings. So, and that's go for, the tank, who is the best tank in the game, would solve my problem. So we'll just have to see. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff going on here in my mind right now, and it all hinges on Yin. If I can't get her, then we're probably going to have to just try to get these two. But like I say, there's a lot of stuff going on in my mind right now, and I'm not sure which way to go. I'm just shy of 30 million, and I'm progressing through pretty good, and I'm enjoying the game immensely. And I love the fact that there's stuff that you have to think about. It's not just mindlessly playing the game. You can actually strategize in this game. Because there's so much stuff for characters. Like I find myself actually getting out sheets of paper and jotting down damage percentages and trying to figure out what's the best match, what's the best socket. Would it be best to wait on this awakening up the avatar or what? So it's just all kinds of weird stuff going on. Just FYI, this is a very good option. One of the options I am thinking about planning is maybe keeping him in place and just switching him over to a tank, because he technically is supposed to be a tank, but Ren just lives better. Ren survives longer because she heals herself. Okay, that's why she survives longer. She literally heals herself while she's fighting, and protecting, so she doesn't die. If she didn't heal herself, she would die before die. Okay, die before die. Okay, but because she heals herself, she survives longer. But at the same time, I'm getting more damage from die, so keeping die in longer would be thing. And this is one of the things that I was looking at because of how much this increases his depth, is maybe racking this up really high and seeing if this is something that might feasibly work. I still have to run the numbers on this, but it is looking promising. Unfortunately, it's really difficult to get an accurate, concise reading, simply because of the fact that Ren's heal is a little bit spotty. I've noticed that it sometimes it doesn't go off when it should. I don't know if that's just me not seeing it, but I don't see her healing jump. So if that's the case, this could be something to work for, but I'll have to look at that a little bit more. But as I say, it's all running through my head, going through everything right now. So I'm just shy of 30 million. I should be there. I'll be there tomorrow probably. I'm going to start. I got to go through the shop, purchase a bunch of enhancement materials, and then in the evening I just enhance a bunch of stuff. I enhance some hidden weapons, enhance some of the soul bones, enhance some of the extended soul bones. And once I start enhancing that stuff, I do that in the evening when I do my second shop, and then just based on how many items I got, I just start purchasing mats, and then I apply them. So I'll hit 30. I might even go up to 31 before the day's over. We'll just have to see. But yeah, so because I got a big, I didn't have a chance to do any yesterday. I just basically played the basic game yesterday, did the clear, hit the shop the second time, spent about 5 minutes and just grabbed some stuff. I really didn't have any chance. I was busy with some other stuff. I didn't have a chance to actually purchase mats and do the evening enhancement session. So I'll be doing double enhancement session this evening. So I might actually hit 31. We'll have to see. But yeah, so that's the tentative plan. Thanks a lot for the guys posting stuff inside of the comments section. You've been giving me a lot of ideas and stuff. But yeah, I just want to hold off until I can see whether or not they're going to give us a chance to get IN, SSIN. If they do, then that might be the way to go. All right, so thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. Click on the bell. You'll be notified each time I drop a video. Also, remember to like and share the video, as that does help the channel immensely. And as always, comments welcome. Feel free to post. Kid Mirror coming at you from the corner, signing out.